Welcome back. Another week, another video, another 2 international games for the U.S.A.
Yeah. First off, establishing the first game, a 3-1 defeat to Germany.
Really tough. I mean, we go to the beginning, as we always do.
Mm-hmm.
The lineups, pretty much what you expect.
Yes, with what we have available.
Yes.
No Tyler Adams, obviously, he's out. Big miss for the U.S.A., especially in games like this where U.S.A. were just, overall, the whole game, we're just giving up way too many chances. 3 against 1 is not really what the scoreline could have been, honestly. We had some chances we could have scored a few
we could have had 2. Or maybe 3,
maybe
but
3.
They could have had
They could have
6.
had like 6, 7. You know what I mean? They could have had real solid chances that whole game. I'm not going to blame that solely on the back line. The back line and the midfield defending together, Germany really just showed they're a different quality. Honestly, that's what I felt. I just felt like we were just overwhelmed. Honestly, we didn't find any stability really throughout the whole game. Honestly, we had the first 20-30 minutes was a solid USA performance.
Yeah,
a solid performance, especially after a Pulisic goal, Benzin in the top right. Captain America. I mean, what more could you ask from him?
That's exactly what you want from him. I mean, he needs to take the captaincy, take that role, and be really, really confident in himself. And that's what that type of goal will do. But you would hope that after that goal, you don't fall apart like we did.
It was abysmal, honestly. Like, Germany, again, like I said before, just showed why they're a different quality. We were just overwhelmed. Sane running at Dest. Dest was okay at points, but he did get beat at some points as well.
But we know that about him.
The defensive unit as a whole. Turner made some saves. It seemed like Fulkrug just got open too many times.
He had so many opportunities,
especially in that first half.
He should have had a hat trick. I mean, probably 4 maybe. I mean, the guy gets the opportunity and he took it. I mean, gets the goal. For him, does a pretty good performance, quite a few shots on target.
He should have scored more, to be honest.
And that's really what it comes down to.
It's frustrating for the USA to say that. Is you realize that, then you see it, and you say, like, maybe it's the way we were playing against Germany. Maybe we need to approach teams like that a little bit different, other than trying to pass the ball around like we try and do. I'm not saying that's not how I want to play. I would love to be that way every game, like Pep Guardiola or Spain football, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to be able to hold on to the ball, move it around. I would love to be able to do all that. But sometimes you can't against certain opponents. You can't do that. So the approach wasn't really there. The lineup it was like the best pretty much we had with what we had available with no Tyler Adams, like we said. Germany 3-1. It could have been worse, though.
On a slightly more positive note, though, a couple days later, Ghana 4-0.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
Yes, first half of dreams. Second half, it was,
a rotated squad at that second half.
I mean, a little bit disappointing. Wanted to see more. But at beginning, as we always do, a little bit of a different lineup. Tim Ream came out for Miles Robinson. Had a decent performance. In the midfield, we see McKinney come out. He was good. The team overall, you know what I mean? You see a first half. 4-0 first half, you're pretty much like everybody played well, like that's kind of the dream.
Yeah, if you're up 4-0 and you don't play well, there's something really wrong with you. I mean, the guys out there just put it together. I mean, that first half was exactly what we wanted to see, and it should have been better in the second half, but who cares? Yeah,
honestly though, like we said, we're focusing on the first half from the beginning again. Reyna, Balogun, Pulisic, Weah. The front 4, if you will, that you want. That's what you want. Okay, that's the front 4 of dreams right there, and those are the players who are going to lead us to glory right there, right? And they had performances against Ghana. Ghana, a team who is a good team. They have quality players. They have Champions League players, Premier League players who
playing in the top divisions of very competitive teams. They are good players on that team. Yes, they're not the quality of Germany. We know that. But they're still a good team.
They're a good team. They're a good cohesive unit overall. So a 4-0 victory, it was very impressive. Ghana, though, at the same time, did give us some chances there.
Scares.
There was I don't know about some. There were some scares. There was some counterattacks, but they gave us a lot of the chances in those in the first half. We see the first goal, a little bobbling in the box around Reyna, the man, the legend, coming back. 2 45-minute first halves in this international break, scoring 2 goals, and in the game against Germany was one of our better players, probably the best.
Yeah. If he would have played any more than 45, he could have very easily gotten the man of the match. Obviously, the goal for Pulisic, but like we kind of said, he kind of starts to fade off a little bit after he does that. But Gio played really well over the full 90 that he played this week, and you gotta I hate to say this, you gotta kind of say, okay, Greg, I see you. I see what you're cooking.
He heard us. He knew what we wanted. He
watches
was watching
our
videos. He was like, knows. Damn, what's just two brothers talking about? What should I do
about... They hate me? They want me to not be the coach?
What should I do about Reyna? He was wondering what he should do, and he did what he needed to do, okay? We'll see what happens when Tyler Adams comes back in terms of lineup. But that's what you want as a U.S.A. fan. That's what we love. We want to see Ricardo Pepi competing for Balogun.
Yes.
We want to see Brendan Aronson, catching some form. That's what we want to see.
We want to see the best players available playing. We want to see them getting the minutes.
All the time.
Not favorites. We want to see the best form players getting exactly the minutes that they need.
And they deserve.
Another one of those foreign players we love seeing in there is Tim Weah, like Tanner said earlier. I mean, him at Juve now is where he needs to be. We kind of had a hiccup there for a little bit in his career where it was like, what's he going to do? Where's he going? How is he going to be in the U.S.A. team? And he's showing that he needs to be there, drawing the penalty for the second goal.
It was a run that you want to see. Weah picking up the ball. You could say it was a harsh penalty. Weah wins it though, because he's a dribbler, man. He's a machine. As we saw with the third goal, which we'll get to, but the second goal, he gets the penalty, wins the penalty. Pulisic steps up, does what he does, slots it right down the middle. Absolutely what you want to see from Captain America. I mean, 2 games, 2 goals. You could say he fades sometimes, and that's a fair critique. I see it too. I expect a little bit more from him, especially in the big games like Germany. Against Ghana, though, solid performance overall. Wins, scores the penalty, does what he does. Again, and then we just go maybe 5 minutes later and score the third.
Balogun, I mean, just an absolute animal. In form for Monaco right now. Had a really good start to this first half of the season. He is just killing it. Like, to see that striker be there and scoring goals and be in form, it's just a beautiful sight to see. Something that we haven't seen since Clint Dempsey was leading the line, since Landon Donovan was leading the line. Like, this is a key position that we have to have somebody to ball out in, and he has done that by putting that defender in a spin cycle.
This man putting it on the left, scores off of another good work from Tim Weah, running at the defender, making him lose the ball, stealing it, putting it across for him. Third goal, job's a good one. We're up 3-0. We keep going though.
Just cruising.
We keep going though. Fourth goal comes off of some weird decision made by a defender where he decides to sit down on the ball, and I'm not like a expert on the rules of the game,
refs.
But I knew that he couldn't do that right then. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going to happen? The ball gets placed on the spot, and the way they went about it, Ghana, they had their goalie and then like all their players lined up on the goal right there next to him. So I'm thinking,
This definitely isn't going in.
This isn't going in. Like, what are we gonna do here? Like, are they gonna have to like try and meg somebody? Or are they gonna have to try and like hit it right in the very top, ping it in the like what? You know what I mean? What's gonna happen? So I'm not used to seeing stuff. I've seen that happen before, but with the way the USA went about it, Balogun to Pulisic, leaving it for Reyna, pings it, puts it right in the top of the net and right over their heads. And I'm thinking,
how the hell did he just do that?
That's how you do it, though. That's how you do it right there. 4 goals. Job's a good one. Second half, like we said, subs come on. A little bit different of a game. Still hold a clean sheet, though.
You want more, but, it is what it is.
Overall, very impressive game. Wrapping it up, national break. I mean,
should do.
It's a magical time Trevin hates it. I enjoyed somewhat. I like to see Brazil play. I like to see Argentina, Portugal. You know, I like to see these big nations. France play.
Yeah.
It's entertaining, especially when they're playing against one another. Premier League's coming back though. Big games. Manchester City against Brighton. We need to get back into winning ways. I mean, we need to get back in first because this whole Arsenal, Tottenham at the top, that just ain't it.
Guys, I'm so ready to get hurt again. Like it's been a week, yo, and I'm ready, baby. Put me back in that driver's seat and let's go.
Nice.